All right. So my name is Kariuki Josphat, married to Pieros Cherotich. And the two of us have been in the business for the last 12 years. An amazing, amazing journey. If I were to start my life afresh, especially working life, I would come straight to the business. And I'm super proud to be part of the International Superstars team, the leading team, making the difference in the world. Now, our today's training is very special. If you ask me, I would say it's the heart of our business. Without it, you won't go very far. And not only in our business, in anything you'll ever do in this world, today's topic is extremely very, very critical. And that is personal development. And for that reason, I will be sharing slides so that we can move together. And the reason why I'm super excited to be the one sharing this is because it has literally helped me build a very, very strong business, a business that will outlive me, a business that will cascade from one generation to the other. So the topic is personal development, and we are saying that it is your success master key. Why I'm using the word master key, and you can see there it's written, do not duplicate. This is deliberate because personal development is something that will help you, and your friends who don't have it will not benefit from it. I mean, it's something that it benefits the owner, the person who possesses it. And I'll be sharing this in the context of our business, but before then, personal development is a general term. So what would we say personal development is? Because sometimes we talk of this term so much, but we don't know even where do we start. We have a starting point and end point. We'll look at it in terms of one, capabilities and potential. When we say that you must have personal development, we are saying you must develop capabilities to do X, Y, Z, and potential to achieve what you want to achieve. So that's the first dimension of personal development. And what that means is that anyone can get it. Anyone can get personal development because it's something that you develop. You are not born with it. There's a hot discussion on whether leaders are born or made. I'm of the school of thought that they are made because anyone can become a leader, though not everyone becomes. So it's the same with the personal development. Anyone can develop the capabilities that you need to perform at a high level. The other thing that perhaps we need to look at when we are discussing personal development is you need to acquire new skills. You cannot develop by remaining with the same skills that you have always had. You must be willing to acquire new skills, to be more knowledgeable than you are. And we are talking of skills like talking to people. That's a skill. I know of people, and perhaps you'll have a chance to get one speaking to us towards the end, people who would not even start before others to share anything. When we are training people on how to talk to even strangers, we tell them, you get to a public place, maybe a matatu, and the first thing you do is look at someone on the eye and say hi. Look at someone in the eye and you say hi. And as easy as it sounds, many people are not able to do it. They got to open the mouth and it's like they've gotten a stroke. They don't manage to utter anyone. So there are many other skills, not only talking to people, there are many other skills that you need to develop. And the other thing is you must be willing to dismantle status quo. You question your existing status quo. Status quo simply means the mess we are in. That is what status quo means, the mess we are in. So you are already in some mess, and until you question that, you might live on at that level. So when you question the status quo, then you are going to expand your horizon. Status quo is also the that we call a comfort zone. You know, you are at a comfort zone, and by the way, the enemy of success is the success you've gotten in the past. So if you want to keep on growing as a person, then you must always dismantle the status quo and expand your horizon. And the last thing I want to mention about in the definition of personal development is that you must give up on who you are to become a better self. We say that the longest journey that you need to travel in your entire life is self-discovery journey. Getting to really become the best person that God created you to become. Unfortunately, it's saying that many people go through life and they never even discover whom they were born to become. And did you know what we are busy doing? Trying to become like others. So who will become like us? I mean, so in the journey of personal development, we must be guided by the desire to become our best self. All right. So what limits you? Because you need to establish your limitations. There's a book in my shelf here that says, Know Your Limits. That's the title. Know Your Limits and Ignore Them. You know them, and then you decide that they are nothing to limit you. So what really limits you? You know what? Sometimes we think it's factors outside there. But the truth is, what limits us lies within us. Les Brown says that if there is no enemy within, that is inside you, the enemy without, that is outside, can do you no harm. In other words, there is no enemy inside you, then there is no enemy at all. So in your journey to personal development, the only person who can limit you is yourself. What does that mean? It simply means that personal development journey is something that has to be intentional. You have to purpose, you have to plan that, hey, I want to move from where I am to becoming a better person. You have to decide. It has to be intentional. It can never be accidental. Now, your best friend, yet he's your worst enemy also, is your mindset. This mindset. When we are teaching people about financial success, for example, and we use the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, we say that before you move from the left-hand side of employees and self-employees to the right-hand side of big business builders and investors, before that shift, the very first shift must be in the mindset, shift of your mindset, how you perceive things. Did you know things are as you perceive them? If you see yourself as less fortunate, you know, you are not lucky, that is who you become. We call it self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's your mind that limits you. So if you are to win the battle of the limits that you've been having, then it starts here in your mind. I read a story of, well, the lesson rather of a story that was given somewhere. And the lesson was that even if you went to heaven and in your mind you have, unhappiness, feeling of happiness, even in heaven, you'll still be unhappy. That means even if we give you the best environment and inside you've not obtained the right mindset, the right perception of things, then the environment may not help you in any way. Right. Now, the third thing is personal development entails a paradigm shift of this mindset that you're talking about. Paradigm shift simply means you do away with the thoughts that you've been holding in the past completely. There is a guy who went looking for a job, and he went through another person who was to take him to a minister who would offer them a good job. And as the two are walking towards the minister's office, the young man happened to have been, having a stinking, smell. And so the guy who was to take him to the minister discovered if we go to the minister like this, we will definitely not get the job. So he advised the young man to go back, buy new socks, and then report back, which he did. But now the following day, coming with the new socks, the gentleman realized that this young man is still stinking, still smelling. And so he reprimanded him. What happened? I told you to go and buy new socks. And the response was, sir, I bought new ones. You can even see the receipts here. And because I knew you might doubt whether I changed the socks, I have also carried the old ones that was stinking. They are here. So now the fellow has new socks, yes, but still carrying the old ones, the stinking ones. Now that is how sometimes we approach life, with still the old mindset, and we want to get new skills, new mindset. That's not possible. You have to decide, I am doing away with the old self so that I can become a brand new being. Actually, we say the climax of success is not the money you make, but the person you become in the process. So change in paradigm shift of your mindset. And perhaps to clearly demonstrate how our minds can limit us, there's this story that most of us, I'm sure we know, of two men, one experienced fisherman and another one inexperienced fisherman. And the story goes like this, that as they were fishing, the experienced one would get the big fish and put the fish in a cold, place so that the fish remained fresh. But the inexperienced one, whenever he got a big fish, he threw the fish back to the water, to the pond, to the ocean, and only retained the small ones. And so the experienced man asked him, what is this? I cannot understand. The whole day you've been throwing back the big fish and retaining the small ones. What could be happening? The answer was, I cannot carry these big fish because my frying pan is small. So I can only carry the small fish that will fit in my frying pan. And imagine that is how our minds limit us. So we don't grow as individuals. because we want only that success that we can accommodate, only the opportunities that we can carry out with ease, instead of growing as persons, as an individual. That is the personal development. You grow so that you're able to handle a greater success. Show me two men today. One is working on themselves and growing as a person. The other one is not. And 1 year from today, one will be very successful. The other one will remain where they are now. Sad news, your mind can limit you never to make any progress. Great news, 1 year is more than enough for you to enjoy tremendous success, especially in the nature of our business. So you can see that really what limits us is our mind and nothing out there. Quickly, key steps in personal development. Supposing you want to start the journey of being a renowned personality in terms of having developed as an individual, what are the steps to follow? I want to start with the very simple one, self-awareness, appreciating, knowing that these are my weaknesses, these are my strengths. And we say when you do that analysis, which scholars call a SWOT analysis, strengths and weaknesses, that kind of an analysis. You are not analyzing your weaknesses so that you can discourage yourself. You are looking at them so that you can work on them, and you look at your strengths so that you can measure on your strengths. In our business, there are many things that we are supposed to be doing. One of them is being our best users of our products. The other one is sharing the opportunities. The other one is sharing the products, and so on and so forth. So you might not be very good in the first one and second one, but you're very good in the third one. So what do? If you want to really succeed, try to see where you are very good at, and you capitalize on that big time. Be the expert, be known for that. But then don't ignore the weaknesses. Now, I love the analogy of some kids walking in a group. And the question is usually, which among the kids will determine the speed of that group of kids? And the answer is the slowest. Because as long as they are to walk together as a group, then the slowest will determine the speed at which the group will walk. What that means is you must work on your weakness so that it doesn't slow your success. And personal development entails really working on your weak areas as you capitalize on your strong areas. Self-awareness, being sure of where you are, who you are. Then the second one is you now start developing the necessary skills. If you know that you are not very good in some area, and that area is very critical for your success, then you've no other option than to start working on that area. You develop the skills that you need. For example, if I asked you to do a presentation on Saturday evening, and you are not good in talking, what do? The whole week you'll be practicing so that you are developing the skill of, the oratory skills. You'll be going to your mirror and talking to yourself as if you're talking to a big audience, right? The third one is high self-efficacy. This is simply the belief that you can. Every time you feel like you can't do anything, remind yourself what the Bible says, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That belief, I can, I know I can. I might not know the way, but I know I will. How many of us will be flying with us to Turkey on 8th of May next year? Now, some will start saying, I wish. For me, I don't think. But someone else will say, I believe I will, I believe I can. Then they will be finding the way. That is what we call high self-efficacy, the belief that I can. Otherwise, if you don't embrace that, you will never grow as a person, because you'll be doing what we call self-sabotaging. You sabotage yourself. You weaken yourself. And related to that is also the point of internal locus of control. This is simply appreciating and being aware that you are the one who controls what happens to you. Being in charge, in other words, being in charge of your life. Knowing that if you are to develop as a person, it's up to you. Susan Serem, please stop drawing on my screen. So that's very, very, very necessary that we approach personal development from that point of view, that it's up to myself. Now in business, you have to really know that for your business to grow, it's up to you, not the person who showed the opportunity. They finished their work. Now it is you to really make sure that you succeed. So more about personal development in relation to our business specifically. And this is very critical for us who are in the business already, every single Superstars team member. What I've drawn here on the vertical axis is personal development. The other one is time. Because we've said it's a journey. You have to start at the intersection down here where you've just joined. Let me use our steps in the business that we can understand. So this is you as a new superstar, as a new person in the business. You've not known much. You don't even know where to start, how to talk to people, and what to do what. You've just started. But then, through attending trainings, through curiosity to learn, through reading of the materials that we provide, as you get to manager level, you should be, you see, time is moving. See the horizontal axis, time is moving for manager, and personal development is expected to be growing also. So you should always be checking on how you are doing things. As a manager, are you doing things the same way you were doing when you were a distributor? Then you're not growing as a person. And let me tell you, it's so disastrous for you to have a manager business, but your growth is that of a distributor, a new superstar. It's disastrous. Your business will collapse. You'll not be able to sustain that business. And you know, one of the things that you really want to admire is to build a business that will outlive you. Even when you are long gone, the business is still there for your children and your children's children. That's what we want. Now, as you move on to becoming a senior manager, for example, yes, time is still moving, but ask yourself, are you becoming better? Your personal development level, is it going higher? Look at how the diagonal is, the diagonal line. So it means the time is moving, but you are also growing as a person. The knowledge you had as a manager, is it the same knowledge you have now as a senior manager, or have you grown to a higher level of knowledge? Can you be able to present to people? Can you be able to do business launch to your team, and so on and so forth? By the time you're becoming a director, I have skipped the executive manager deliberately. By the time you're becoming a director, you should actually be totally independent. I intended to reverse this arrow because, or rather you can put this independence, not dependence. Change that to independence. By the time you're becoming a director, you should be totally independent. So at the beginning, you are very dependent on your director. As a manager, your dependence on your director is getting lesser. Senior manager, you depend on your director very little. By the time you are a director, you are able to do everything without necessarily having your director around. So that is personal development in our business. So that means we are able to measure. We are able to tell who is growing as a person and who is not. I recently saw someone who had built a big business, but their logic, their thoughts, their arguments are below that of a manager. And I knew the problem is they never worked on themselves. They only worked on the business. Did you hear that? Work on yourself. Jim Rohn will advise. Work on yourself more than you work on your business. Otherwise, by the time you are getting to president team member, if you never worked on yourself so much, your business will be too big that you don't even know how to handle it. I think that is why I've heard some people say, you know, some people are scared of success. You know, it doesn't make sense, but let me tell you, it's a reality. There are some people who are scared of success. When I started the business, I helped one to become a director very, very fast. But then he was too scared to even talk to people that he used to run away whenever there was a chance to talk to the team. What went wrong? He worked on his business, but forgot to work on himself. A quick suggestion: for you to grow at the same speed that your business is growing, make sure you are reading the right books. We have books that talk a lot about the nature of our business, and we have books that inspire you to become a better leader. And while we are on that, let's look at some of the measures of personal development. How do you tell that, hey, Kang'ethe is really developed than Wanjiku? Otieno is more developed than Okech or whoever. The first thing is business ownership. Do you take full responsibility of your business? The worst disease I have seen with many people is that they never take full ownership of their business. When we talk of taking full responsibility, we are saying you use the motto that if it has to be, it is up to me. I would love to see someone also affirm that via the text, that if it has to be, it's up to me. If we were all able to unmute, we would say at once, if it has to be, it's up to me. But because it's not possible, you can confess that, you can affirm that on the text, on the chat, that if it has to be, it's up to me. Because that is the beginning of great success. Thank you so much. I can see there are people who are in the meeting. If it has to be, it's up to me. Thank you, Ngaira. Thank you, Father Lucas, Okech, Haron, Mary. Wonderful, wonderful. This is it. As long as you're waiting for your upline director to do X, Y, Z for you, my friend, success is not yours. And the earlier you take full ownership, full responsibility of your business, the better. I challenge you, even as just a distributor, as a manager, take that full responsibility. Ask your director to give you the chance to do a presentation, to talk, to do a training like the ones we do on Tuesdays. You don't have to be perfect. Yes, Margaret, yes, Wibo, Sylvia, Judy, Jedi, everyone is taking that responsibility. Yes, and it's not just saying, Jocelyn, it's making sure that moving forward, you are taking your business as your business. Do you see the way we take our jobs? Because you've been employed and you don't want to be fired, you take the job as your job. Now, what do you think should be more closer to your heart than the other, job or your business. By the way, job is not yours, it's for your boss, but the business is yours. Job simply means journey of the broke. It's a journey that you'll go through and finally you'll be broke like any other person. But a business, it's your own business. A job will give you means to pay bills. A business will give you a fortune. I'm getting fired up. Let me stop at that. I can see everyone has accepted to take full responsibility. Jackie, if it has to be, it's up to me. Dr. Julia, Nancy Correll, and everyone else. So that's the first measure of personal development. We'll know that, hey, this fellow is really working on themselves. They are really growing. Look at the way they are taking responsibility of their business. And by the way, someone who has taken full responsibility of their business, they don't blame others. You don't blame circumstances. This relates with the internal locus that we talked about. Locus of control. Knowing that it's me who is in charge here. You take full charge. You don't blame others. You don't blame traffic. You don't blame your boss. You don't blame COVID-19. You become creative because things have to work. Let's go to the second measure. And that is handling objections and rejection. Your ability to handle no's and differing views from other people is a good measure that you are growing. When you are a baby in the business, if someone tells you, no, I don't want to join the business, you will not even talk to anyone that day. You go to your home and your children will notice that there's something wrong with you that day. But as you grow, as you develop yourself, you develop a thick skin that the same way you handle yeses is the same way you are handling the no's. Someone tells you, oh, no, I don't want. And you look at it as they are saying next opportunity. And oh, no, next opportunity. That's okay. Someone tells you, look at you. And you smile, go to the mirror, and you look at yourself. And what do you see? Wonders of God. You tell yourself, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I mean, there's really nothing that pulls your heart down when you are grown as a person. The other mark or measure is delayed gratification. As you mature in your journey to success, you are not after quick fixes. You're not looking for quick fixes. You are able to accept the process of you becoming the person you are becoming and growing your business. You know that it's a journey and you appreciate it. You appreciate even the challenges that you meet on the way. You embrace them as vitamins. When some people reject you, you don't take it personal. You've grown, actually, let me put it this way, you have outgrown those challenges. They are under your feet. And the last one I want to use to mention here, there are many others, I'm just categorizing them into 4, is team leadership. Where you are no longer a follower in the team, but you are among the leadership of that team. And let me mention here that you don't have to be a director for you to be a leader. You can be a new superstar, a new distributor, and you are already a leader. Because leadership is about what is happening in your mind, your thought processes. So I want to call upon everyone in this call to try as much as possible, and wherever you are building your business, Don't be a spectator. Don't take a back seat. Take the front seat of leading. You better work with your director, but don't take a back seat. Otherwise, you'll never, ever grow. It's like a baby, a child who decides, now I'm a child, I don't want to start walking. Maybe because I'm fearing I might fall down. The best thing is stand. If you fall down, you rise again. Start taking some 1-2 steps. Before we know it, you are a marathoner. Right? Thank you so much. In our business, personal development is not necessarily taking big courses. It is about releasing yourself into the process, accepting to be among the people who are heading in the direction that you are going. And before you know it, you'll be at the very top. And to demonstrate this, before we go to the last session, which will be doing recognition, because we love celebrating people who are doing the business the right way, to demonstrate that really personal development comes almost automatically if you release yourself into the process. I want to give one of the leaders a chance. And the reason why I chose this leader is because I saw her when she was coming to the business. She was a young girl, very naive, not even knowing anything. And I was wondering, so now this one has come to do what, surely? I mean, and just by releasing herself into the system, today she has built an international business, you know, in more than 6 different countries. I'm telling you, she's the next world team member. If you miss her in the plane to Turkey on 8th of May, then you'll know that the journey has been postponed. Mother Jaja, please take a few minutes to share with us your success journey to personal development.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Piti. Can you hear me?
Very
well. Can you hear me, Piti?
Very well.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Martha Janja. I'm very excited and humbled to be here today. I thank you, Piti, for giving me this opportunity to share my story of personal development. Yeah, for me, I started this business 6 years ago. I was very young. I was very naive. I really didn't know so much, but I thank God I met great leaders who mentored me. But I also wanted to learn myself because I was tired of my situation. I'm a counselor by profession, and I joined immediately after school because I didn't want to go and search for a job and start stomaching for a job. Even if I get that job, I'm not paid my worth. I didn't want that. I wanted something different. And that's why I started this business. And I was very excited when I heard I could make money. And I said, if I could make money in this business, I think I will do it. So I started my business, building my business 6 years ago, sorry. And I was so excited. But I had issues. Number one, I could not talk in front of people. I had crowd phobia. Hey, I remember one day PT gave me an opportunity even to say my name. I forgot my name because I was so scared. I was wondering, all these eyes are looking at me. What am I going to say? My goodness. But I thank God I made it deliberate to develop myself. I started coming to trainings. I never missed trainings. My goodness. I remember I am from Nairobi and we used to go to town. And I used to run to come to trainings. But because I realized for me to grow, I need to grow myself. I mean, I could not do this business without growing myself. So I needed to grow myself. So I went for trainings. I learned how to talk in front of people. I literally learned how to talk in front of people because I was told for you to do this business, you have to own your business. And by owning your business, you need to learn how to talk to people. You need to learn how to do presentations. My friends, for you to do this business, I've been here for 6 years. I've built a business in over 6 different countries. And let me tell you, even my upline doesn't know how I built this business. build my business, because I have owned my business. Because at the end of the day, when the check comes, it comes in my name, not in my upline. So I have learned one thing you need to know: when you come in this business, you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to do presentations. I do my own independent meetings. I do very many meetings. I do many Zoom meetings to even support my teams. Actually, for now, I've just finished my Zoom meeting from my team in South Africa. And even PT didn't know about the meeting, because I've owned my business. Because for me to grow, I need also to grow the people down me, my success lines, the people who have brought business. And how can I grow them if I've not grown myself? So I have owned my business, I've built my business, and I have learned to do follow-up. One thing for you to personal development also comes with responsibilities. Remember, when you join this business, you become a leader of your team. So you have to grow yourself. You have to know even how to grow your people. You have to do follow-up. Like my team, I usually tell, like my South African team, they are really excited because they have known how to do follow-up. They are now getting customers. They are very excited. You know, that's how you build people. You don't come in this, the good thing in this business, you don't give people money. You show them how to make money. And by showing them how to make money is to lead them. And you have to lead them by example. So when I came here, I was told you have to grow, you have to build your business, you have to know how to build incentive, you have to know how to do the business. Sometimes learn how to do the business and understand the business, because that is part of personal development. If someone asks you how is my money, I've gotten this check, how have I made this money? You'll know how to explain. For me, I win all the incentives. I am telling you, I've eaten PT's money. Please eat those incentives. I've gone for free lifestyle events because I've learned how to do the business. I've learned how to get those incentives, and I was in them. Guys, PT is giving us free incentives, like you are going to Ole Seremi in December. I have to be there, and I'm working for that every day. So you have to work on those incentives. Learn how to do the business. That is part of personal development. Learn how to take those incentives. We have company incentives. I eat them every month because I want to make more money, and the company is giving me an opportunity to make more money. Why not? So I deliberately do that. And I also have learned how to talk to people. Another challenge is that for you, when you come to this business, you realize you need to talk to people. And that is a skill that we are not taught. In school, we are not taught. At times, even in most cases, we keep quiet, not even to talk. We love to talk to people around us. I'm telling you, when you come in this business, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. You have to talk to people for you to build your business. You have to learn. Please, my friends, learn how to do it. I know sometimes it will make you uncomfortable. And let me tell you, good things come when you are uncomfortable. You have to learn how to talk to people. You just get the skills. It is very easy. Just get the skills of talking to people, and you're going to build your business, and you're going to grow as a person. Because when you learn, at first, maybe it might be difficult, but when you do it and you do it again, it will be like a habit, and it will be very easy. And I'm telling you guys, 5 diamond director you will be, and you'll start seeing this business very easy. You'll start seeing you are building a business and also helping people in your team to do the same. And plan with your team. Another thing, when I joined to also grow your business, is very fair. This business is the best because you cannot grow alone. You have to grow other people. So, and for you to grow other people, you have to plan. The team win these incentives. Like for me, I have 2 qualified executive managers. They have already qualified for the lifestyle incentive. They have you'll become a better person. Honestly, through personal development, I'm a better woman. I'm a better lady. I can express myself. I can talk. Give excuses, but do it purposely. Grow yourself purposely and say, I have to grow no matter what it takes, no matter the matter. You have to grow your business. You have to grow yourself, and you are going to grow, because personal development, it's about investing. And they say investing in your own growth and self-development. Is it selfish? It is self-care. So let us invest in ourselves, invest in reading good books, and you'll see your business metamorphosing and growing into another level. And then they also tell, we are what we are, repeatedly do of excellence. Then excellence is not an act, it is a behavior. So for us to grow, we have to make it a habit. Let it become a behavior. Tell PT, today I'm doing a presentation. I'm the one presenting. That is how you will learn. Don't wait for you to be pushed. Do it yourself, and you will see growth coming. And don't own your business, and your business will become a very big business. Thank you so much, PT, for giving me this opportunity. And I hope I've helped people, and we will grow together. I'm also growing every day, improving myself every day, learning new skills every day, and that's how we grow in this business. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing with the team your journey for personal development. And there you are now talking. Actually, I'm happy you have stopped. You looked like you'll never stop at any one point. The same person who could not even talk to 2-3 people is now having difficult stopping to talk. All right, so
Yeah.
that is it. Thank you so much, Martha.